Time for SPAZ'S Week in Review.
It's stupid Charles Spaz liquid. I mean, it's me nauseous. Don't know why we keep him with the trouble that he causes. Man's alone with brain damage and thought processes are palsy. It's stupid Charles Spaz liquid. I mean, it's me nauseous. Dumb little idiot, dumb little guy, dumb little idiot, dumb
Captain K-Dog spaz when he picks up the phone. Don't expect an answer, cause his brain cells are all blown. How you get his job with O&A? Well, I don't know. It's the biggest surge you ever heard on New York radio. Come on! We challenge stars and liquid, I mean, makes me nauseous. Don't know why we keep him with the trouble that he causes. Man's alone with brain damage, his thought process of palsy. Shouldn't challenge stars and liquid, I mean, makes me nauseous. Dumb little guy, dumb little guy, dumb little guy, dumb little guy.
Whoa! Georgia! Georgia! Whoa!
Oh no, this is his new music?
It's now time for the K-Dog Week in Review. And here's K-Dog!
He introduces himself, Opie.
That's right. It's now time for the K-Dog Week in Review. And let's just get right into the scientific stories.
Thank you, Doc.
But first, it's a health story. That's right. The health story in the news, it's about CPR. New guidelines for CPR. The American Heart Association announced streamlined emergency procedures for aiding heart attack victims yesterday, changing its hopes will save lives. Apparently, the American Heart Association would like us to stop checking for pulses because they feel that Americans cannot check for pulses correctly. To me, I think
for a pulse on you.
There are several pulse rate things within the human body that you can check.
Pulse rate
Such as in your wrist, right where your veins are, in your wrist, not the bone side, but the veiny side. You can check for pulse there. You can check for pulse right underneath the jawbone of your neck, as well as place your hand in your heart as if you're saying the Pledge of Allegiance, then check your pulse for your heart. Now, of course, if you're falling from a heart attack or you're in need of CPR because you cannot breathe, which is pulmonary something resuscitation.
What is culinary?
It's culinary resuscitation.
Culinary resuscitation. We'll make a marinade. Culinary. Your head needs culinary resuscitation. What was that? Culinary?
Yeah.
Culinary.
He may have been looking.
Culinary, yeah, something, I don't know what the P stands for. Resuscitation. And you can't check your pulse because you cannot breathe, because that's what it means by giving CPR. You're giving someone CPR because the person cannot breathe. So they're figuring Americans can't check the pulse. Now, what happens if you give CPR to someone who's still alive, who is not in need of CPR, barely breathing, but you skip the pulse thing and you shove the air in his mouth anyway? You're shoving carbon monoxide within the person's system, and you're pumping it out by placing your hands on your chest and pushing down to breathe it back out. Now, the person could be faintly breathing, and all you would need is some paddles just to get him rejuvenated again.
Wait a minute, Opie. Wait a minute. He's saying that follow this logic. Yeah. If you're not breathing, then you need CPR, regardless if you have a pulse or not. I don't even cardiopulmonary resuscitation. SPAZ, by the way.
Culinary.
And then he's saying if they are breathing, it would be detrimental to give a mouth to mouth because carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide.
Yeah,
because every human being has an internal combustion engine.
Right. I have a 4-cylinder in me, and I know I'm spitting out the carbon monoxide. I believe that's carbon dioxide.
I get them too mixed up.
Yeah, a lot. And do you know when you breathe, the reason you're able to hold your breath and last is because as you're breathing out air too, like usable air. It doesn't all convert to carbon monoxide as you breathe out. So if you breathe in and breathe out, most of it is still usable air. Yeah, so if you breathed in, held your breath until you were ready to explode, and then put that into someone's lungs, there'd be a problem. But, you're just using yourself as like an air pump. So I believe that would be okay. The paddles are to get the heart started again. It has nothing to do with the breathing.
Oh. And they don't push on your chest to push the air back out.
Right, it's to pump your heart.
To get your blood going, man.
Oh.
God, don't let me drop right now at this guy in this.
Oh, imagine that.
I stand back. I know. Culinary party. Whatever the P is for, resuscitation.
Joe, you're today's witness, by the way, to prove to everyone that Spaz is as real
I'm
as it
sitting
gets.
here and I'm seeing, but I'm still not believing. God, convince me more, Spaz.
All right.
Steve wanting to know if he has a heart attack, can he use his microwave oven to resuscitate my culinary? Yes, feel free.
All right, let's move on with the CPR.
Unfortunately, yes. God, I can't take much more of this. I feel retarded just going through this. The tired Spaz, who only had 2 hours sleep last night. Look at him. He looks like he's on heroin.
Slept 2 hours. I was privileged introducing the dancers.
Yeah, he's got a new gig, introducing dancers at Privilege.
Something to that effect.
Something to that effect.
Something to that effect.
And they're paying you the big bucks for that, huh, Spaz?
Yeah.
He uses the show and stuff.
No, what's funny about it, too? Spaz had to be there at 9.
Yeah.
And then
Was Earl driving him?
had to be there at 9. He stayed till 1.
Yeah.
Did the 2.5-hour commute to go back to his lovely hometown.
Yes.
Got home at 3:30.
Yeah.
Went to bed at 4:30.
Yeah.
Got up at 6:30.
Yeah.
So he could be back at the station
By 9:30.
by 9:30.
Did it allow any time for a groping of Erica?
I can't tell you that.
I'm not talking about anything personal. I'm talking about what you talked about. I'm not talking about sex or anything. I'm just like a little groping this morning before you left.
Yeah, a little kiss goodbye.
A little grope.
All right, Michael.
Yes.
How are you?
Good. You guys are about to start the weekend review?
Yeah.
I've just got to let it out now. No!
Spooky, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, O&A?
Hey.
Look, I just want to put out a preemptive FU to Spaz.
Everybody not even giving him a chance
Yeah,
anymore.
for anything stupid he's about to say to embarrass college graduates around the country.
Very good.
Sweet dreams, precious.
Thank you. Whoa! Steven, what's going on?
Hey, how you guys doing today, O&A?
Great.
Hey, got to tell you, I just put a wow sticker on the car yesterday. First time out there. Just got wowed on the Van Wyck Expressway.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
I got a double wow. The only thing is, I got this sticker from Earl,
Yeah.
and a guy flashed me too.
Well,
But I mean, hey, it works though. Let everybody know they are working.
we know it works. It's up to the people out there to figure it out for themselves.
It is cool. It's definitely cool.
Right.
Let's give a big FU though to Earl for goofing up everybody else up in Nyack.
All right. Well, really fast, we got to go. Mark, what's going on?
Yeah, man. All down here is bugging, man.
What's the matter?
He's just yelling and screaming. He's like, F these people. I ain't doing this crap no more. They're going to have to find somebody else to mail out these stickers. A parking lot's a parking lot. You can't move. You can't move. He's going to need some serious,
He's freaking
psychological help. He's seriously bugging.
I had someone else who were putting in therapy.
You know, when I used to go to radio station events when I was, growing up and stuff, you got there, the van was perfectly placed in front of the client's place.
Right.
And the DJ was all nice and stuff, would give you a free CD and a free sticker with a smile on his face. You hear the mess we got going on up there in Nyack?
It's mind-boggling.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
All right, man.
Bye.
Later.
Jason's saying you did a great job at Privilege last night. Jason, what's up?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Not much.
Yeah, I was there last night. I mean, I thought Spaz did a pretty good job. He was there. He introduced the girls. It was cool.
That's cool.
I mean, guys are busting his chops. I mean, it's funny to bust his balls and stuff, but he's doing all right.
Okay, I'm a Spaz fan.
Well, it's common sense.
Hey, syndication when Earl gets off CPT. Take it easy.
All right, Jason. Eric, what's up?
Yo, okay. Check it out. When I first called you guys, I was in the Lincoln Tunnel. My phone was working, and I want to take the F out of Earl's job.
Okay.
I want his job.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, I have the most amazing wow story from the Lincoln Tunnel, right? I'm coming out of the tunnel. Guy in front of me is getting total fellatio. Okay? I pull up next to the car. I got my wow sticker on the back of the car. and we're coming out of the tunnel. And the chick sits up, and I swear to God, she just puts him right up against the window and starts rubbing him on the window. I was like freaking out. I was going totally nuts. It was so funny.
Awesome.
Yeah, kick ass. So syndication on the ground, guys.
All right, thank you, Eric.
Be quiet, sir.
That's happening out there. We know it. Get the wow in your car. Okay, it's time for SPAZ'S Week in Review.
News, politics, and stocks.
Whoa, whoa!
He's as dumb as a box of rocks.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
His lips are smacking when he tries to talk. This is it, the Week in Review is SPAZ'S.
It is now time for the K-Dog Week in Review. Let's just kick it off right away with a little bit of local news. Rudy Giuliani is in the newspapers these past couple of weeks with two things, cancer and his new lady friend. So we noticed that in the paper that he buys his new lady friend a new diamond ring, which probably cost him about 20 grand if it's real, according to specialists. And he's also trying to pay for cancer treatment. I think he's just trying to just concentrate on paying for that cancer, and probably he's going to have to pay for this divorce, because most men do when they get divorced. So I think he should just hold off on buying the jewelry for a while. I mean, it's not like he's going to, like, remarry, because who would remarry him? Anyway, I think that it's a good strategy, actually, that to be in the paper about the cancer at the same time as the divorce thing and the new lady friend, because the cancer will dilute the whole divorce thing with Donna Hanover and his new lady friend thing. So the press would more be like on the sympathetic level. So with the masses, the people who are voting for him, just appeal to the cancer side and just not concentrate on this whole messy thing with Donna Hanover, no matter how bad he looks in the divorce thing. So I think it's just a good strategy on Rudy's part to announce the cancer right before he announces the Donna Hanover thing. I think it's good political strategy, and I think that's why he's going to beat Hillary in the Senate race.
There you go. That's why he's going to beat. He's not running now. We found that out.
Yeah, but he taped this last night.
You're making it sound like he like put cancer in him to use as a, and you think he better just pay for the cancer.
Yeah,
pay for the cancer instead of paying for what?
Instead of paying for the diamond ring that he got the lady friend.
Do you know anything about
diamond ring cancer?
Do you know anything about health insurance?
Kinda.
Do you honestly think he's paying for the cancer?
What, the insurance pays for all of it?
Paying for
the insurance will probably pay for most of it. Yeah. I'm assuming the mayor has a good insurance
pretty good
health insurance policy.
Yeah.
Well, where did he get the money for that ring? I mean, come on, 20 grand.
Maybe he took out loans on his credit card and he's like 20 grand in debt now. That is just great. He's using the cancer to help dilute the situation.
It's to shift the attention away from the divorce, which could ruin him in the race if he was still running.
Yeah.
So he uses the cancer to appeal to the sympathetic side of people.
You don't think that the cancer thing is the reason he pulled out? You think it's the divorce? What do you think the reason he pulled out?
I don't know. Maybe his lady friend got to him. Maybe she had a factor in his decision to drop out. You know, women have a way with things.
Yeah, well. So you think he's being like the Yankees and using the cancer?
It's great strategy. I mean, he's working for the Yankees.
So what are the mayor's chances of clinching the pennant?
All right, well, there's a lot in that first story, but
that's great.
Let's try to get another story out here real fast.
Okay, moving on.
Georgia! It's Georgia! Come on! Come on!
It's now time to get smart with the K-Dog Week in Review. That's right. And we're going to get right into the news here. Bronx man's frenzy ends in death. It seems that the heat wave, because we've had the sudden heat wave now in our jet stream system here in New York,
Our Jesuit system? What?
Jet stream system.
Jet stream system.
Jet
We're going
stream
through a
system.
heat wave? Since when? A heat wave? We had a couple of days where it was kind of nice.
It was a small wave.
A small wave.
It was a heat ripple.
A ripple. Spaz, there's no heat wave.
There was when I wrote this.
Yeah, well, I do a whole week's worth, so you got to look at the whole spectrum.
A heat wave is like when it's 2 weeks of 90-degree or plus weather, and you're just like, oh man, it's I can't believe, when is this going to let up? Not, oh good, finally a nice day out of this rain.
Dude, he does this the night before.
Yeah,
And the weather sucked all week last week. So what are you talking about?
All right.
It was in the paper.
Heat wave in the jet stream system. Okay.
That's a trick.
Good. Here we go. Oh, wait, so what are we talking about? A Bronx man?
Yeah, he goes nuts because of the heat wave.
Okay, thank you.
Heat wave is coming upon us, and it's been muggy. And usually when it gets warm out, it goes to people's heads. So basically, the heat affects behavior. Cold affects behavior. Notice that in the wintertime, you get less and less deaths.
He's so positive. I love it. He's so sure of this. Heat affects behavior. And he knows. Okay. All right.
But in the summertime, springtime, you get more and more deaths, more and more killings and slayings and stuff like that. It's because the heat affects the mind. See, because you have a certain body temperature. I believe that it's supposed to be 86 point something.
Come on. 86 point something. We're lizards now or something.
I forgot what our temperature's supposed to be.
Well, you know what? Actually, it's 98.6, but the exterior of the body is 86 degrees.
Oh, is that it?
Yes, the exterior.
All right. Maybe that's what he meant, Phil. Everyone just screaming on the phones. When was it hot? Yeah, I can't even remember the last time it was hot.
There's a couple muggy 85-degree days.
When did you write this? Back in May? No, it's been like fall for the last month in New York. Give us the statistics. That's good. All right.
The heat affects the mind. See, because you have a certain body temperature. I believe that it's supposed to be 86 point something. Or something like that. And it's supposed to have a certain body temperature. No, it's supposed to be 90-something. It's supposed to have a body temperature, specific body temperature.
I can't even set it out. And then he realized it's 90-something. Oh, what a mess. Someone is saying you sucked on Friday.
It sucked.
I don't know. I heard you did a good job. Kevin, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Statistics, I like that.
All right. All right. Anyway, let's go back to the week in review.
And it rises somewhat within a heat wave day. So,
What rises?
your body temperature.
No, it doesn't.
Slightly.
Slightly.
All right, Cowbell Bill, you're this week's witness. Because people don't believe this is
I
real.
know.
Look at him. Tell the people. Tell the people.
It's for real.
Every week
It's
we
for
have
real.
a witness in studio. I've got a fever. My temperature is 98.6. Oh my God, I got to go to the hospital. Does heat affect the brain? Maybe there's been a 6-month heat wave in Sloatsburg. All right, so if we're following you here, because of the heat wave, it rises the temperature, and that's what makes people do crazy things in the middle of these summer months.
Yes.
Okay.
It got to this person's head, and he just ripped off all of his clothes. He started banging his head against the car window, and he went on a killing rampage. So, what people see, they're still looking for why did he do this? It's because of the heat. See, what happens is the heat goes into the brain. It sucks into the brain. Heat absorbs into the brain. That's why they say wear like clothing so it doesn't absorb into your body. It heats up your temperature, and you start getting wet, sweaty, and everything.
It aids up your temperature? What?
Sometimes I speak before I think.
Sometimes. It sounds like you said it aids up your temperature. You got it. You're a broadcaster. He says that's why we wear clothes, so it doesn't heat up our...
Light clothes. Yeah. Wear light clothes so it doesn't heat up the brain.
Clothes keep the heat in.
Yeah, but see, light clothes repels. Dark clothes absorbs.
Revert back to the deflector shield, Opie. It has to be dark to absorb the rays that it's deflecting. Okay, like
So
clothes.
wear light clothing so it doesn't absorb into your body. It heats up your temperature, and you start getting wet, sweaty, and everything. You start to get like wild and free, like you're playing basketball, and you may do things that you normally wouldn't do. You may do things that are criminal acts. So what they have to do is they have to take this into account, and they have to start telling people what to do to keep their body temperature down during a heat wave day, so they don't go crazy like this guy did. That is my view on that, and that's my opinion on that. Moving right along.
What about the body's ability to regulate its own heat? So no matter how hot it is, unless it gets like extreme, like, you know, you're in the desert for a few hours without any water and you'll die from the heat, or if it gets extremely cold to where your body can't regulate the 98.6 degree temperature it's supposed to have. Yeah, there's a pretty wide area of temperature in there. I don't believe we have gone over that temperature recently for the body. It doesn't matter what the temperature is outside. Your body will maintain 98.6.
Yeah, but if you're wearing a hat, see, 60% of your heat comes off your head. So if you wear a hat,
60% of your mentality went out your head. So you're saying if he was wearing a hat, that would keep the crazy heat over his brain and make him kill people.
But it's like all right. It's like when you get warm, you get freaky.
You get freaky. I'm a freak.
Okay, Pookie.
All right.
Dan from Hoboken. Sometimes I speak before I think. The Spaz understatement of the year. All right, should we move on to the next story? Are we all kosher with everything that went down here?
Cosmo actually complimenting Spaz. Spaz actually broke a story on the Week in Review before it was in print. The story he did about Norm Macdonald's voice in bathrooms and urinals was a big article in this week's TV Guide. Way to go, Spaz, you effing panty waste. They always got to throw in some kind of dig, don't they, Spaz?
All right, so we learned a lot about heat, Anthony.
Yes, we did.
Obese may be fat virus victims. Says the cold-like virus might cause obesity, new experiments suggest. Now, there are many, many strains of the common cold that people can get, and these common colds could lead to an even non-commoner cold.
Non-commoner cold. You're supposed to be a broadcaster. This is like.
Can you guys give me the history of this? Is this like stuff he does at night in his like basement on the ham radio, or?
You haven't heard SPAZ'S Week in Review?
I heard it. Remember I gave you the phone to my driver, and he's like, "Make it stop." And you guys thought I was doing the driver, so I had to yell in the background, so you knew it wasn't me.
He's supposed to read the newspapers and just give us a little Week in Review. And it's his way of breaking into radio.
Because I'm taking notes. But so this is my first question.
Okay.
Will you play the beginning of it again?
Sure.
I'll tell you when I'm
There's
done.
a problem here, though. He doesn't talk about all the other stories that everyone else is talking about.
Yeah, the Republican National Convention, but he's talking about mutant mice and all kinds of crap that no one even knows where he gets these stories from.
Vince Scelsa emails him.
All right, we'll start over again.
That's a very good line.
Okay? All right, moving right along.
All right, take notes, Jay.
Obese may be fat virus victims.
Okay, stop.
No, it's going to take forever.
No.
It's okay, though. Go ahead.
It was just that one thing that I wrote down at the beginning.
All right.
Were you reading a headline at that point?
Yes, but it was all choppy.
Obese may be fat victims.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
That's what I thought I read.
What do you mean by it's all choppy?
It's like...
It's in print. The printer was busted.
What do you mean by all choppy?
The headline looked choppy to me.
Choppy.
Stop jumping up and down when you're reading it.
It sure sounds choppy.
I told you, I brought the big stuff out today.
All right,
you guys are tired.
One more time.
All right, moving right along.
From what?
Obese may be fat virus victims.
All right, that's fine.
Says the cold-like virus might cause obesity, new experiments suggest. Now, there are many, many strains of the common cold that people can get, and these common colds could lead to an even non-commoner cold. And I don't really think that it causes obesity. I think obesity is all in the mind, and maybe a gene or two.
I thought it was in the gut and the ass.
No, thighs. Obesity is
in the mind.
In the mind, not in the gut and thighs like Jay Moore thinks.
It's a mind thing. If you believe that you're going to be obese, then you are obese.
Okay, can I ask a pretty poignant question here? What if you suffer from obesity? You know, the disease obesity or giganticism? These are the real diseases.
Yeah, I know.
What do you have a thyroid problem? That's in their mind? You jackass. Be nice in here, Ace.
So you're saying...
I can't sound too impressive today.
You're saying if it's in your mind that you're obese, then you'll be obese.
But there are those with the gene.
Big genes. They're called fat people.
So you're kind of agreeing with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are those with genes that, so we go along with your theory, but there are those who just believe it in their mind.
Okay. All right.
They're fat in their minds. A fathead.
That was nice.
All right, let's move on.
Okay. It might be just a gene or two that can cause obesity, but I just think that there's...
He's eating a sandwich.
The strains of cold cannot cause obesity. I think it's all in the mind or in the gene. So if you think
it's all in the what? Why are you talking about common cold and obesity at the same time?
All in the mind.
Where's
or
the link?
Gene. He covers all the bases. It's all in the mind or your genes. What is going on here? Did you graduate high school?
And
did
college.
You get a GED?
No. I graduated
Good enough
high school and
diploma.
college.
What college?
Iona.
Ramapo?
Iona College.
I own a diploma now.
I was looking for it. I couldn't.
Maddie writes, will someone give Spaz non-common HIV?
Get that black chick back in here. What was her name?
Someone else saying then they're not sure Brewer's playing tonight. I knew it.
No. Brewer's going to be in Medford tonight.
Medford? I thought he's going to be in Levittown.
Is this the definite information here?
Yes. They got it off the website.
Off the website? I don't even know how to work an etch-a-sketch. This guy's rolling around with a website.
And tomorrow night in Levittown.
How far is Medford, the one in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
How far away?
From here, it's like, an hour and a half drive.
Good. Hi, Billy Hayes.
Wow, Medford, that's way out on the
Medford's
island.
out there.
We're still going.
That's like exit 63, something like that.
We're still going to see Brewer.
I think I have an aunt out there.
63 or 64.
It's like exit
64.
64 is Quorum. Yeah.
How far? An hour and a half?
That's amazing. It's like you drive any further east and you're seeing the Montauk Lighthouse. It's amazing.
All right.
I thought Spaz's head was the Montauk Lighthouse.
It should be.
Common colds and obesity.
Yeah, common colds and obesity. I don't see where the
he ties it together like a nice Vonnegut novel.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe he does.
It's called the funnel effect. You start out...
You're all over the place.
Four corners of the earth,
and, all
and then as the story progresses, everyone's tied in at the end.
And all of a sudden, the characters are all tied in at the end.
The whole scheme of Go.
Right, yeah, and even more importantly, right now, we're all
Are you reverting back to Go?
I don't know.
He doesn't even know the revert theory yet.
Spaz reverts to movies.
He reverts to movies.
As fact.
As fact.
Okay. I'm going to explain the funnel effect in our very presence right here because we're doing it.
Okay.
All right, your brother's over there with the wiffle ball.
Yeah.
Opie's sitting at the console on that side of the console. You're over here. I'm here, right? I just got in. I've been here 2 days. My friend Billy Hayes drives all the way from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
We're going to see Brewer. You guys might or might not go see Brewer.
Right.
You go home for the weekend. We come back. 3 weeks go by. We're all at Caroline's watching me the 18th through the 20th.
See, the common denominator.
17th sold out.
17th sold out. We don't need to promote the 17th
number
anymore.
17.
Can't they sell again and just put people on people's laps?
No, because
sell the seats twice.
They had the black show after me. So I got to get out of the... I'm serious. I got to get out of the room.
The black show rocks.
Drew Henson.
It's when you walk out of Caroline's on the show on the nights where they have the black show next. Oh my God. There are some of the smoothest dressed mother effers. It looks like a pimp convention at Caroline's, I swear to God.
2 drink minimum. I just paid to get in. What if I just want water? I said, I got to pay for water. Can we get some toothpicks? Toothpicks!
All right, let's...
Oh, we all saw Nutty Professor again last night.
You did.
Both my friends thought it was very funny.
There you go.
I know.
We all agreed at the slow part with Janet and John Ailes. I said, I leaned over to Dina Cole. I said, can we kill him?
Yeah, please.
And the love story stuff, that's good for a good piss.
Yeah.
All right. And when Janet, the funny thing is, it's actually worth staying to watch Janet act because she cries a lot. And I told John Priest, I go, I think anytime she had to cry in the scene, she just thought of her father. Joe Jackson. Because you see her like welling up, and then they cut back to her, and it's like, no!
She's wailing.
Daddy, no! Joe, stop. Jermaine didn't say anything.
Daddy, no. Daddy, no. I don't think you ever want to hear that. All right.
Daddy, no.
Back to Spaz's Week in Review.
Yes.
Let's see if he ties this all together.
Yeah, please, Spaz.
The strains of cold cannot cause obesity. I think it's all in the mind or in the gene. So if you think
what were you trying to say there?
You dumb mother, let me ask you a question. When was the last time anybody said a strain of cold can make you fat, you dizzy mother?
It was in the paper.
Colds can make you fat? Is that what we're getting at here?
You don't eat when you have a cold. You lay on your back. You can't move.
I lose so much weight.
You want something to eat? No, I don't have an appetite. I'm sick.
I just want to know what he was trying to say there.
That's why you smoke reefer, so you get your appetite back.
It was unintelligible what you were trying to say.
I said
Bad of that.
Why? No.
No, they will down the hall. It's okay.
Really?
Yeah. No
You know
reference.
who? Jews.
All right.
Jews.
Let's try to get through this here.
I'm getting fat, and you're going to get fat. So you think, hey, I'm getting skinny, then you're going to get skinny. So, thus, I just think that common colds cannot cause obesity. I think these scientists are wrong, and it can be proven. All strains of colds cause are just coughs and sore throats and sneezes and stuffy noses and stuff like that. It is not. I don't think it's directly related to obesity, and I think the scientists should just retest their studies.
And colds.
Okay.
And sore throats.
And speaking of fat,
did I just make any sense at all?
You know something?
He said the cold causes the runny noses and stuff. No, the runny noses cause the cold.
He
you get the symptoms, and then you get the symptoms.
He said the cold is the cold, and the fat is the fat, and never the twain shall meet.
Are you a rapper? The cold is the cold, and the fat is the fat. Opie and Anthony, we're going to be right back. It's like that now. It's like that.
I think he just picked two things out of the air and said they have nothing to do with each other. Great.
Mad cow disease and gout.
Yeah. Does one cause the other? I say no. Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Chapstick and AIDS next.
Spaz.
I read the first line.
That made no sense, that whole
Where's
segment.
the story on, like, a Ford stroke? The convention?
Cheney, Dick Cheney. Yeah.
I just wanted to bring out the stories.
Right when you're pulling your image together, you wet yourself and lose control of the left side of your body on national television.
I'm just trying to bring out the stories that nobody knows about.
But it's called the Week in Review. It's your take on everything, on these things that everyone's talking about. These stories that everyone's talking about.
Can I add something?
Regis is banging a cheerleader.
That's right.
Yeah, but that'll be in
I
next
love
week's
it.
because it happened today.
That'll be in next week's when no one cares anymore.
Well, why didn't you have the inside scoop on that, Spaz?
Yeah.
I thought Rick was getting up to hit him. That was very strange.
My wife Joy always gags when we do oral. Not that cheerleader. Suck it, you whore.
Again, I don't have the backstory. So is this like your thing because you want to be on the air as a guy?
Yeah, as a broadcaster.
As a broadcaster.
Spaz?
Yes.
I would take saxophone lessons.
Yes.
Maybe learn a little dance step or two.
Learn a trade. Apex Tech.
At least you get to keep the tools over there.
I was able to draw Winky and Ziggy the Turtle.
I didn't want to go to Apex Tech. Why not? Because who wants to be with a guy that can't take the time to call you? Now, I can't call you, so why should I call him? We should call each other. Fat, cold, no, bad. I'm out.
That's his whole gig.
You've been doing this a while, so you haven't really improved. Because I remember a Pakistani limo driver almost crashed listening to you.
He has
6
not
months ago.
That was like 6 months, yeah.
April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went, no, make it stop.
All right.
Did you catch what Spaz said, though?
Huh.
You can't talk
When?
about Regis because it just happened today, and it doesn't count for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when
Meanwhile,
did
he did this today at 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
And he had read the papers already.
Wasn't Regis like on the front page today?
Yeah, but I always
Wouldn't that be a clue that maybe we should talk about this?
I get up to piss at like 6:30, 7, and I grab the Post, I read the sports page, and go back to bed. So at 6:30, I knew, they had every type of sex except intercourse.
Right.
I go
Allegedly.
I go from Friday to Thursday, so it stopped at yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
I go from Friday to Thursday, Anthony.
What is your day off?
What the hell day is today?
Well, today is Friday, so I start next week's Week in Review will be starting today.
Spaz, do me a favor. I'm
Unbelievable.
going to do a little experiment, because you putting yourself on tape is obviously not working. Are you familiar with basketball at all?
Oh, boy.
Somewhat.
What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite sport?
Yes, baseball.
Okay. Here we go, Spaz. This is what we're going to do. Now, okay, here we go. Scott Brocious, this is August 2nd, the day after my wife's birthday, day before my dog's birthday. Who cares? Get to it, you jackass. Scott Brocious, you know him?
I hate the Yankees.
He's number 18, but you know them. All right, fine. We'll get to the Mets. I'll give you something else. Okay, Mets flex their arms. This is when Hampton had his nice, 4-hitter, and they beat the Reds.
Yes.
Very nice. And Benitez got the save. right?
Yes.
Very exciting news. This is 2 days ago or a day, I don't know.
We should
2
just
days
get
ago?
him today.
Yesterday.
No, I want to, like, you know.
No, he goes from Friday to
He
Thursday.
didn't read today's paper because he's got the day off.
He's our news guy.
And on
he
the
takes Fridays off.
And on the fourth day, he rested.
He takes Fridays off. He's our news guy. We can't afford a real news guy. This is what we're stuck with.
That's what we get.
I'll have Nicole call from L.A.
By the way, it's a virus that can make you fat, not a cold.
Viruses are colds.
No, they're not.
Not
One's
necessarily.
bacterial and one's viral.
A cold.
There's two different kinds.
A cold is a virus. Strains of colds and become together the virus.
Oh, my God.
Spaz,
He's a
I'm a
moron.
genius, all right? Listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I have a genius IQ, and I'm really smart. There's two types of sicknesses you can get. Either viral, AIDS, or bacterial. Like strep throat's viral, you know, but if you have tonsillitis, they can treat that. That's bacterial. Sometimes it also can be viral, so I messed it up. But anyway, bacterial things can be treated because you can kill a bacteria. You can't kill a virus. So there's a huge, huge difference in what you're saying right now.
Okay.
Just letting you know. So why don't you read me?
Okay.
I tell you what. Why don't you show some photos from home, and you can do the news like what room you were in when you took the photo, who else was in the photo with you, what color shirt you're wearing if it's a color photo. That might be a little easier because you know all the characters and all the players in that news story. This is us. This is.
All right, let's go back to the tape, see what the next story is.
Please, come on. I took a cab here.
Let's see.
You got it. People
I'm
expect
joking.
SPAZ'S
I
Week in
am
Review.
joking.
Yes,
Respect Opie and Anthony.
they look forward to this.
But I'm going to
Yes.
go take a leak.
You are? All right, get
I
back.
gotta go.
Feel free. Get back to abuse him. Here we go.
In the, when I'm in, I like that you pipe it into the bathroom.
Yeah, so we can't talk about
I'm
you.
trying to pee. You got strippers in here banging each other.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to stay in A mode. I'm going to B mode.
Spank one out.
That's when you that's when you got to get the platter to do the ricochet shot. All right, here we go. SPAZ'S Week in Review. The next story, Anthony.
You could, moving right along, speaking of fat, you could lose weight safely with hypnosis. Now, I myself, K-Dog, have been hypnotized before. And I tell you, it has worked. One of the times that I did it. And they're saying that you can lose weight through hypnosis. I think that it's all a part of the mind. See, what the guy does, he gets into your mind. See, that's what you can't let people do. If people get into your mind, they can manipulate it, just like the media does. The media manipulates your mind, or any person can. All they have to do is just find your weakness and then manipulate it, and they get into mind and say, to get into mind to persuade you to go a certain direction. So, what the hypnotist does is that he gets into your mind and he tells you lose weight. So it goes back to my other story about the obesity thing, is that you lose weight because it's all in your mind, or you gain weight because it's all in your mind. And losing weight safely with hypnosis, then I don't think you really need a hypnotist. I think you can just convince yourself. You don't need to pay money for a hypnotist. And I just think that it's just another job out there hypnotism is just another word for doctor, in terms of like telling people what's good for them, what's bad for them by manipulation through the mind. And I just think that is that. Okay. Moving right along.
Wow.
Nothing much there to really comment
that's all right.
on.
We can move
his own experience with hypnotism, Opie.
Did you say obesity?
Obesity.
Like obesity?
Obesity. Obesity. To my final story before my commentary.
Commentary?
What, you have
commentary?
Yeah, I skipped the commentary.
But he leaves in the part where he goes before my commentary.
I'm sorry. I apologize at the end for that. I apologize.
All right.
The pill for guys is 5 years away.
Yeah. All right.
Basically, there's a birth control pill that cuts off your sperm level. Now, my thing on this is that what if you take a pill too often? I wonder if they studied the side effects of over a long-term period of time that this pill that the guy ingests would just cut off the sperm. Boom, like forever. And what comes out if the sperm is cut off? Like if you're having an orgasm, what comes off? Like a
What? Are you insane?
You don't really believe that, do you? You think you really like cough up dust?
But something's gotta, maybe like a poof of air.
A poof of air.
Yes.
Wheat germ comes out.
Like through your head. A poof of air. The wind tunnel.
Oh my God! So you're saying
how old are you?
23.
Yeah, he looks older. So first of all, that works against him.
Yeah.
Right.
So you don't it's a medication that is supposed to be taken as per instructions. So if you take anything too much, it would F you up. I don't know if taking the male pill will dry you up forever.
But if it cuts off your sperm, something's got to come out. Water?
Well, no.
The sperm still comes out.
Yes,
It just doesn't have the eggs. It
doesn't have the sperm
I can't
cells.
believe I'm trying to...
Seminal fluid. Sperm swims in
fluid.
Semen.
I thought
fluid produced in the prostate.
I thought sperm was the fluid.
No. Sperm cells are in the fluid. That is made. So it's semen is the fluid. The sperm cells swim in it, and if you have a vasectomy, let's say, you still, when you orgasm, have a release of this fluid, but it just doesn't have the sperm cells to impregnate the female with.
I thought they were one and the same. I was misled.
Misled by who?
Who misled
you? You misled yourself.
The sperm
You don't
Bible.
read these articles. The sperm Bible. There you go. All right, let's move on. He was reading the sperm
Boom,
Bible.
like forever. And what comes out if the sperm is cut off? Like if you're having an orgasm, what comes off? Like a puff of air? I don't know. I mean, like, what comes out? I mean, does pee come out? Does
no.
Some kind of substance must immerse from
Wait a minute, you're using the wrong words again. It's immerse. Someone's saying, I don't care what this pill does. Spaz, take a whole bottle every day because they don't want any more of you.
I believe you wanted to say emerge.
Immerse.
Immerse.
What comes out? I mean, does pee come out? Does some kind of substance must immerse from your thingy, from your junk, and when you exasperate a
Come on. See, you're trying to use these big words and you have no clue what they mean.
I know what exasperate means.
Look, he's getting all defensive.
You just don't know how to use it?
Right.
Exasperate.
Jeff, you seem shocked.
It's because I really can't figure out how much of it is he's kidding.
Look at him. Look at him.
Like the giveaway, not the giveaway, but the proof is that he's like pulling at his hand.
Yeah, he's
nervous.
a very simple man.
Nervous.
Yes.
Yeah. You're like a radio Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
This is like a bad. This is like Andy Rooney, like 6 months after he passed away or something. Is he still alive?
Barely.
Barely, yeah.
From your thingy, from your junk, and when you exasperate a feeling great,
Why?
after doing the deed, and something.
Oh, yeah. Now I got it.
Yeah.
Now I'm with you. The thing from my junk. Yeah, I read that in the sperm Bible.
Yeah, who didn't?
Of course, the sperm Bible.
And something has got to come out, and this pill is going to cut off your sperm, and thus then you don't ejaculate anything. So what comes out, and what if this happens a side effect a long period of time where nothing ever comes out and you can't have children? So I think they should, before they put this pill out, they should just study it more for the side effects of over 5 years. I think. Okay.
Okay.
All in favor?
All in favor of what I said.
My hypothesis.
All in favor, get on a little bus.
Put on your hockey helmets.
Jeffrey, makes perfect sense, right? What are you saying? Yeah.
No, I agree because,
Yeah, well, whatever.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
The next story.